It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To the air again, Stafford. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came up with a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You talk about this Rams defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Niners at 13-3 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Purdy. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jamar Chase. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. He completes this to Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? You talk about this Rams defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw is Stafford. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that one to the right side and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now Stafford. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Stafford looks to throw again.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Ronnie Patterson now on for the field goal.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
Patterson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Stafford's throw there completes to Mooney.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Stafford. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball is out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief. Huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. A short throw here to Latu.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Throwing again is Stafford.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Now Purdy. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll get this to his tight end, Rontu.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Nice rhythm fill there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On third down, it's Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote a word, Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
On third down, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they get the football, they'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Patterson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So we've hit only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Kenneth Walker with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And from back there, a wide
wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now it's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 46-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second and a couple.
Now Stafford.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Play action. Stafford. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 11-yard line.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Stafford looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field
and forcing an incompletion.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
He'll look to set up his blockers. So possession goes over here on the punt.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 36-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Purdy. This caught by Latu, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
Running left is Walker.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Here's Purdy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because the 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interceptions in this game. Had a chance for one.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
Niners 31, Rams 12.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing is Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They run again with Walker. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Purdy bootlegging it.
This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Purdy off the play fake.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Moody good with the extra point,
and that will bump the lead up to 26.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. A short throw here to Latu.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
2nd and 10. They'll toss this out here to Haskins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Throwing again is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Haskins now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Another run for Haskins.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And
Probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good.